Hi guys. It's been about 5 months since I last uploaded a video, and I figured you deserved an explanation of why that is. So, 5 months ago I uploaded that last video, and after what happened in it, I decided I should just be done. So, our former cameraman, Tom, I gave him the password and the channel, and I told him to change it. It's all his. I don't want anything to do with it anymore. So he respected me enough to take it off my hands, and I walked away with no problems whatsoever. But he checked up on it every so often, saw how the videos were doing and whatnot. But recently he got in contact with me. He messaged me over Facebook and he told me that he needed to talk to me about the channel, and I told him I was done with it, but he insisted it was important. So he was telling me about how he found this channel, and he told the owner of that channel about our videos, and he wanted him to put them on his community playlist. So he did, and he said ever since they've been on there, the videos have been getting more views, and there's been a lot more comments, and they've been talking about how they wanted to see more, they wanted to know what was happening. They were concerned. It's been a long time. They wanted to know what was going on. They were talking about what all this could be. So he told me he's done his job, he's held onto the channel for me, and he wants nothing to do with it anymore either. So I figured I respect him enough to take it back off his hands, because it was my creation. Or mine and Austin's, that is. But so I looked through the channel, I looked through all the comments, all the views that we've been getting lately, and well, I figured you deserve an explanation of what has happened since the last video. Well, in the last video, what I was trying to do was I was trying to explain what happened in the last video that Austin filmed. Now, if you haven't seen that video, it's called From the Outside Looking In. I just figured that'd be an appropriate name for it. But Austin came up to me in school the day after he filmed that with a broken nose, and he told me he had a video for me to film, so he gave me his SD card for his camera, because he didn't have editing software at the time, so I just kind of chopped through the videos and whatnot. So he gave me his SD card, and he told me he had a video for me. So I took the SD card off his hands, and I went home and I edited it, and the worst part was, he acted like there was nothing wrong. He acted like what I was about to watch didn't happen. Like maybe he fell down the stairs and broke his nose, but no, he collapsed into the floor. At least that's what I think. I don't know exactly how he broke it, I haven't talked to him in a while. But anyways, so I filmed my video. I walked outside, figured I would try to explain why I was concerned about the video before. And of course, that guy, or whatever it was there. So I ran back to my home, and you're probably wondering, why didn't you just film this video inside? Well, I was living in a pretty crowded apartment, and I didn't want whoever was living with me to be concerned about what was going on. So I figured the best thing to do would probably be to go outside, and if you look back at the date the video was uploaded, it was in the middle of January. It was pretty cold, being in the Midwest and all. So I filmed the video, and then I ran home after probably almost being killed. And I went inside, I locked the door, and I went through the footage, and I had to make a few cuts because of crap But I finally uploaded the video, and that's when I decided I was done. Because I made the channel because me and Austin wanted to do just our crappy amateur parkour, but that didn't even happen. So I gave the channel time, and I haven't been back on it since. But since then, since that last video, Austin dropped out of school a week later, and then he went missing. He was supposed to be being homeschooled, but he went missing for about 2 months, I want to say it was. He reappeared around late March. Yeah, it was late March. And he was found in a shed in the middle of a forest. I have not personally went to see this shed myself, but the people who found him described it as they described it as a chamber of insanity. And he was found there. He was found there beaten and pale, and then he was taken to a mental institution for about 2 weeks to get his mind rehabilitated, and then he's been seeing therapists ever since. I want to say his sessions are now weekly. They used to be every few days, but I'm not 100% on that. After he was taken to the institution, I paid him a visit, and I was telling him I wanted to know what happened, and he just told me he doesn't remember. The last thing he remembers was driving to work after his first day of being homeschooled, and his car still hasn't been found to this day. But I don't know, he just went missing off the roads, and he was gone ever since. So I paid him that one visit, and during the visit he got really hostile with me, and I've tried to visit him since, but he won't let me talk to him. I mean, he was my best friend. I've known him forever. But something about all this changed him. I don't even know what to say about it. All I know is I felt you guys deserved an explanation of what's been going on, and I figured I'd give it to you. So I still check up with Austin's parents about how he's doing. He's back at home, and they just tell me he gets progressively better every session. And I don't know what else to say about him. I plan to get in contact with him here soon, and after I upload this, I plan to see if he'll give his side of the story for you guys. A part of me thinks he really wouldn't do it, but I don't know. He was always about giving the viewers what they want, even though we never had any viewers to begin with. So hopefully he'll come around. I'm going to give him a call in about a day or so. Maybe we can set something up, and hopefully that should be up in a few days. And I'll probably post an annotation. Hopefully I'm really bad at that, but I'll post an annotation in the video if he rejects my call or I can't get a hold of him or whatnot. But hopefully he's alright, and he'll be willing to give you his side of the story. But now I should probably talk about myself and what's happened with me since this whole thing. Well, after that, I of course stayed in school. I tried to brush it off my back. I thought there's been a few times when I was walking home from school or just going somewhere, and I thought I always had the strange feeling that I was being watched. I haven't seen this guy since. I figured that's what you're all wondering about, is what that was all about. I still don't know. I don't know anything about what happened, but I just know I haven't had any problems since. But on that note, there has at least once a week, I will wake up cold sweat in the middle of the night after a terrible dream about that guy or whatever that possibly could have been. But I don't know, I don't know if I can get a hold of him, if anything's gonna happen on this channel after that. But I don't know, maybe I'll have something for you guys eventually. But that's basically what's been going on in Next Door Ninjas since that last video. Maybe if you'll stick around we'll have more for you to watch. I don't even know, but that's what's been going on. So I think that's all I got for you today. So this is Brandon from Next Door Ninjas, signing off. See you around.